All right. Let's just make sure everything's working. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today we are doing some cooking. This is the first time I've done a cooking with Macey stream in quite some time. So yeah, welcome. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. I know it's going to take a couple minutes for people to jump in to the stream. So we're going to start off very simply. We're just going to get this rice started. So I'm going to start off with a cup of rice, and then a cup and 3/4 of water. We're just going to put that in a rice cooker. It's going to take about 15-20 minutes to get started. Alright. Cup of rice. Now we're going to grab a cup and 3/4 of water. I'm actually going to do just a bit more. I'm going to do probably 2/3. Nope, sorry. More than 2/3. Last time I did this, it was not enough water, so there we go, just over a cup and 2/3. Just gonna throw that in there, and we're gonna mix it up just a little bit with fingers. Remember to wash your hands before you start. I've washed my hands about 20 times before starting, so I'm gonna plug this in and start. Okay. So the rice is cooking. Alright. First things first, second things second. After the rice, we're going to cut up some chicken. Unfortunately, I don't have a cutting cam today. The setup is quite different from last year when I was doing cooking streams. Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to wash this off later. Okay, so this chicken was frozen not too long ago, so it's going to be just a little bit frozen. That's okay, we're going to cook it properly. I forgot to take the chicken out to defrost, but that is okay. And before I cut this up, I should probably preheat the pan and get some, what's it called? Back. Wash your hands before you touch anything when you're dealing with chicken. That is very important. Do not want to spread germs. Washing. Okay. I'm just going to go grab some oil real quick. And while I do that, I'm going to turn on the stove to preheat. There we go. Just a little bit of oil, we don't need too much. So in case you're wondering, today we are cooking some buttered chicken. I have been eating buttered chicken non-stop recently, so thought why not make some for us today to enjoy. We're not doing anything from scratch really. We're doing the chicken from scratch. We're not using like pre-cooked chicken or anything, but we are using this stuff, just some regular buttered chicken sauce. You can get these for like a couple dollars. They're fairly cheap. Okay, so grab a sharp knife, and we're going to cut up the chicken. We're going to cut it up into small enough chunks to, well, cook properly because it is still just a bit frozen. And we also want it to be small enough to eat in one bite, because we don't want to have to cut any of this up once we're, once we have it all plated. We want to just be able to eat this with a fork and not have to worry about a knife. Chop, chop. Alright, that's one. Chopped up. Chop up a couple of these, actually a little bit more. Okay. Let's start on the second one. We're going to do 4 pieces of chicken. Or 4 chicken breasts. That's the proper way to say it. This is a very sharp knife. It's cutting through this so nicely. We're going to throw it in all at the same time because we want it to all cook at the same time. I'm going to have to make a little bit more room on the cutting board. I wish I had bigger cutting boards, but that's okay. So how is everybody doing? It has been quite some time since I've done any live streams. I am so happy to actually be finally getting around to doing a cooking stream because it has been like a year since we've done this, and we gave up essentially streaming video games, a couple months ago. So we're no longer doing that. We're getting there. Just cutting up the last pieces of chicken. One more piece. This is a lot of chicken, so I'm not worried that we're not going to have enough, because 4 breasts is like a frick ton. But this is going to this is going to last me like a week, so that is the benefits. Put that piece in half, so that's a little too big. Alright, there we go. That's 4 pieces of chicken all cut up. We're now going to move this all over to the pan. That's probably a little too hot. Whew. The chicken itself will cool the pan down quite a bit. Woo! I still have more. Oh my god. These are pretty big chicken breasts. This was a lot more than I planned on cooking. But unfortunately, I did not separate it when I bought the chicken. So it just ends up that I'm having to cook 4 slices, or 4 breasts instead of 2. I'm going to move the cutting board into the sink. Wash my hands, because we're just handling chicken. Alright. Hello, Aqua! Welcome, welcome. No worries. Pack away, I know you're busy. Enjoy the relaxing sounds of cooking with Macey. We're going to use a wooden spoon for this. This is a lot of chicken, so I kind of should have done it a little bit differently. Get that actually on the burner. We're going to do a bit of pepper. Actually, quite a bit of pepper. I like pepper. I really do like pepper on my chicken. So we're gonna, as we go, we're gonna flip these as evenly as possible so that we get, as much cooked as possible. It's gonna take a bit to cook, and we are cooking not quite from frozen. We did let it thaw quite a bit, but I definitely didn't give it enough time. So we're gonna cook this pretty well. And we're going to be cooking it in the sauce, so it's going to get some extra time to cook. So I'm not worried about undercooking the chicken. We're going to be cooking it quite well. Ooh, it's hot. All right. Making you hungry, which is not a bad thing. No, it is not a bad thing to be hungry. Well, I guess it is kind of a bad thing to be hungry, but so long as you can feed yourself. But yeah, this is something super easy that I highly recommend pretty much everybody learn to cook, because it's a pretty easy dish. I mean, there isn't much to it. And you can do this with pretty much any curry kind of sauce. So it doesn't have to be like butter chicken sauce. It can be just like chicken curry, or curry chicken rather. So I highly implore you, go to your store, pick up some cheap curry sauce or butter chicken sauce or whatever, and yeah, just give it a good cook. Cook up your chicken, make sure it's pretty much fully cooked before you put the sauce in, and then you just finish cooking it in the sauce. You do want to make sure that it is pretty much all cooked though. It will continue to cook in the sauce, but you don't want to take any chances with chicken. So this is going to take a little bit because we have so much chicken. And these are essentially just bite-sized pieces. You don't want to have anything that you're cutting up because you're just going to use a fork to eat this. You just want to scoop it right into your mouth. Give me a second. I'm just gonna adjust this real quick. There we go. That way it's not all blown out and you can actually see what's going on. And also, you don't have to do chicken with this. You could do pork. That's what I did last time. Pork is really good in butter chicken sauce. So I recommend exploring different kinds of meats with this. And all sorts of different flavors. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit more. We want to actually make sure this is cooked. And I'm going to grab a little plate and a fork and a knife just to make sure that it's cooked. because we don't want to undercook our chicken. We're going to grab the biggest piece of chicken we can really find. I think it's this piece right here. So we're just going to grab pretty much the biggest piece we can find, place it on a plate, and we're just going to cut it up just to check to make sure it's cooked. It is not yet cooked. You can, you might be able to see. I don't know how well you can see. It's not quite cooked. There's still quite a bit of pinkness. We're going to keep cooking it until it's done. So we're going to throw that back in, and we'll wait a couple more moments, another minute or so. Check another piece to see if it's cooked. The rice is still cooking. That's good. Okay. Hot. Ooh. Splashed myself with some of the juices. Alright, we're going to check another big piece. I think the biggest piece I can find is this piece right here. So we're going to cut this up. And that looks done. Yep, that's done. Nice and cooked. We're going to check one more slice. I think this piece right here. Cut it in half. Make sure it is cooked. Yep. Okay, now that it's cooked, we don't want to overcook it. So we're going to turn down the heat to about medium. And we are going to grab our sauce and we are going to put the sauce in with the chicken. So this is just wrapped up like that. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got 2 of these jars, so I'm going to pour it in. It's going to splash around quite a bit. So that's all in. Now there's quite a bit left in the jar, even though it's, you know, we poured it in. So we're going to use some water to essentially remove the rest. Come on, open up. We're going to open this second one first. Come on. That's okay. We'll, so, pour this second one in. Cover all that chicken. Lots and lots of sauce. And then we're going to take these. We're going to fill them up with a little bit of water. We don't want to use too much because we have 2 jars of it. We're going to shake it up. And the reason why we do that is just to get the rest of the sauce out. It's not because we have to do this, it's just getting the sauce. We don't want to waste all that extra sauce. It's quite thick sauce. Pour the rest in. And that's essentially just going to simmer. We're going to stir it, let it simmer. Oops, that was loud. We're going to stir it, let it simmer until essentially the rice is done. And that's pretty much it. So we're just going to let that go. Make sure the chicken is nice and covered, Oh yeah. That's looking good. And we just wait. It's going to take probably about 15-ish minutes to cook. So let's just let it go. Knife. Okay. And today, so we have the rice cooking. So I'm just using sticky rice. I meant to use jasmine, but I didn't go out and get it, so we ended up using this. And to go with it, we have naan. This stuff. It's a flatbread. It's really good. This one has garlic baked in with it. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to heat that up in a couple minutes. We should probably actually get the oven heated up. We're just going to heat up to 350. It's only going to take about 5 minutes to actually heat up the naan, so we don't have to bring the oven up too high. It's just to make sure that it cooks nicely. And you don't have to cook the naan. It just makes it a little bit more elastic, a little bit more chewy. It's really good. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for the oven to heat up, let that cook for a couple minutes. The rice is still cooking, I think. Yeah. And then we will eat. It looks super good. Smells so delicious in here. I love butter chicken. Love Indian food. It smells so good. The people down the hall are probably like in their houses, just like, or in their condos, just like, oh, someone's cooking something good. That is, oh, it just smells so good. And the benefit is, this is something that you can do in, 30 minutes. It doesn't take long to do. That's why I really like to cook buttered chicken. Also, tradition with Macey's, with cooking with Macey. We do have dessert tonight. We have some ice cream for dessert. We have some Haagen-Dazs ice cream. There we go. Haagen-Dazs. This is Dulce de leche? I don't know. It's what's it called? It is caramel ice cream. And it looks so good. You probably can't see that too well. It's I have like a couple lights set up right here, so it's kind of blown out. Sorry about that. But that's what we're going to be having for dessert tonight with our chicken. Oven's at 100. This is bubbling away. I'm going to bubble for a little bit longer. Alright. We're going to open up this naan. I have 2 slices. I'm only going to have one right now, so I'm just going to put it on a little pan like this. I'm going to line the pan with something so that I don't get it dirty, and that way I don't have to do dishes, as many dishes. Because washing pans, they take up too much space in the dishwasher, so you have to wash them by hand sometimes. And I would prefer not to. We're just going to use some parchment paper. You can use tinfoil, parchment paper, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Parchment paper. This is almost empty. Gonna do that. We're actually going to turn down the heat on this we just want it to kind of reduce in suets and just like make the flavors come out. Let's say it like that. So this is the naan. It's flatbread, super delicious. I'm gonna put it right there, just like that. I'm going to fold this back in on itself. Oh, it smells very garlicky. Ooh, it smells so good. Naan's a very flavorful flatbread. I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag just to keep it fresh. I do have a whole nother bag of this naan. I will be using it throughout the weekend. Oh, it smells so good in here. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's the rice done. Give me a second. Gotta get my hot mitts on. Alright, so we have our rice right here. I am going to make sure the rice is properly cooked. Last time I cooked rice, it didn't quite cook correctly. And that's also because it's not the typical rice that I normally cook in this. So we're going to fluff it up. Take a little bit. Put the lid back on because sticky rice likes to steam a little bit after it's done cooking. I can definitely use that steaming because it's still a little crunchy. We'll let that steam just a little bit longer. Turn the stove down just a little bit more. Stir this around. And by now, if you had any undercooked chicken, it should be cooked by now. It's been on the stove for an extra 10 minutes past when it was pretty much everything should have been cooked. But if you had anything that wasn't, just having it on the stove for a little bit longer like that, it should be completely cooked. We're going to throw this in the oven. It's at 185. That's okay. It doesn't need to be brought up to temperature really. It just needs to warm up the flatbread. And get us a little bowl for serving. Give it some time, and yeah. Really, I want to make sure the rice is cooked because, well, yeah. If it's not, that's annoying. We'll throw an extra little bit of water in there to hopefully finish it cooking. We want to let it sit for about 5-ish minutes. I should have got the other rice before. Thanks, Aqua. I hope the stream looks okay. I haven't been monitoring it too much. I have a whole setup for this. Like I have a camera, like the proper camera for the food. I have a webcam that you guys are looking at me from. I have the microphone. I have an extra light. Man, the stream, it's taken over my entire kitchen, so you can see why I only do this once in a while. And when no one's home, so I don't, piss them off with the whole kitchen being taken up for like a couple days because it takes a while to set up. I essentially started setting up last night and finished just before we went live. Alright. I'm going to turn the stove off. I don't want it to overcook. we're going to taste this rice again. See if it's... It's going to take a couple more moments just to sit there. That way it can finish absorbing all the goodness of the water to make it not, al dente. And then yeah, we're pretty much done. So yeah, I'm looking forward to eating. Oh, it looks so good. I'm not going to eat too much just because, well, I'm not too hungry. I have been snacking all day because I didn't eat so well yesterday. So I'm only going to eat a little. We're going to have dessert. And yeah. This is actually one of the quicker streams for Cooking with Macey. So sorry if you were expecting a longer stream. Grab some paper towels because it is going to be hot and it might be messy. Alright. We are going to grab a proper serving device for our rice because this is a very important dish for cooking rice. I don't want to have any, I don't want to scratch it. So we're going to put a couple scoops of rice in here. Stir that up. We're going to pull the naan out of the oven. Yeah, that's done. Yeah, it doesn't take long to cook that. Alright. I'm going to grab a nice big spoon. We're going to grab our butter chicken. Got some of that extra sauce. Pour it over. Alright. And I'm just gonna find a place to put this and show you guys. Ooh, hot. The naan is hot. Alright, I'm gonna go grab this little camera right here and bring you guys in for this delicious food shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't look so appetizing because, well, it's just the color correction on this is not set up correctly. But I can assure you it is delicious. Actually, I could probably, you know what? Let's grab the other camera. Alright. Alright, so let's pull this camera over here. I'm going to drop it. Now, Nom nom. Oh my god, that looks so good. Move the rice over. I'm gonna grab a piece of chicken. Got some rice and some naan. I'm going to put it on the naan and bring it to your mouth. Mmm. That is so good. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. This is seriously one of the best meals I've ever made. I love this so much. I do need a drink, so I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick. Give me a second. This is gonna call for some apple juice. I'm not doing any alcohol tonight. Just because I don't see any reason to do it. Just gonna have a nice big glass of apple juice. At least it's not what's it called? Pop. I've been drinking far too much pop recently. Alright. Okay. Grab some more. Put it on the naan. Om nom is correct. That's the word you want to use for this. Oh. Hello, Silver Storm. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. That's the oven reaching temperature that we don't really need. Sorry, Silverstorm, you missed the main cooking portion of the stream, but that's okay. We will be eating for a little bit. We are having some butter chicken over rice with some naan. I am going to need more apple juice as well. Oh, it is so good. Oh, man. I am doing pretty good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, you just load it onto the naan like that, and then you just... You just take a big bite. Yes, eating is good too. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's been pretty uneventful here recently. I've been playing more video games recently on my own. Unfortunately, I'm not streaming video games anymore. But, that's okay. Grab a little bit more. I think this is the last piece of chicken on there. So what is everybody else planning on eating tonight? Any special plans? Anything quick and easy to cook? And of course you can just shove this stuff in your mouth if you want. It is so good. And I have like a ton of it, so I am not worried about running out. We made 4 whole chicken breasts, and there's no way I can eat all of that. I'm having trouble just eating this. I just haven't been too hungry today. I've been snacking most of the day, so unfortunately, I'm not sure I'm going to finish this bowl, but I will save it. It'll go right in the fridge because I do not want to waste this stuff. It's so good. And I want to leave a little bit of room so that we can have some ice cream dessert. So, yeah. Oh boy. 33 degrees is quite high. That's like heat stroke temperature. Hope you're not too hot there. Hope you have some good AC or a good fan. But yeah, salad in that kind of weather is pretty good. That is so delicious. But I think I'm full for now. So I'm going to I'm going to put this away. I'm going to wrap it in cling wrap. I'll end up doing dishes in a little bit, so I'll put the rest of the food away in just a little bit once we're done on stream. I'm not gonna do all that on stream. No worries. Thanks for showing up, Aqua. Always appreciate it. Have a great night, and have a great weekend as well. I know you're going away, so take care. And have fun with whatever it is you're doing. Alright. That was so good. Oh wow, it's already been 45 minutes. We're gonna probably be another 15 minutes for the stream. I'm going to serve myself some ice cream, and then we're gonna finish. So yeah. There we go. Okay. Got a fan for but working from home. Yeah, that's not very nice. I know what it's like to have a headache, especially through from the COVID vaccine. That's not fun. That was my last 2 weeks. I had a major headache after getting my first shot, so I know that that can be tough. That's not a very fun experience. All right. So we got this Haagen-Dazs caramel ice cream. I'm gonna do a couple scoops of this. I'm not gonna eat the whole pint. I'm gonna do a couple scoops like that. Oh my god. This tastes just like that caramel sauce that you put on everything at the ice cream store. Or at, you know when you get a buffet and you get ice cream as like the dessert and you just go up and smother it in sauces? That's what this tastes like. It is so good. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna eat it up here. I'm actually gonna make this bigger while we are eating the ice cream. So I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I know it's not the longest stream. Cooking with Macey is never really that long. Usually it's about 30 minutes of cooking and then, 15 minutes of eating. Sometimes more eating. I assume a lot of the issues that I'm having right now, especially with like the viewer count. We only have 3 viewers. That's just because we're on YouTube. It would be a little bit higher if I was on Twitch. That's fine. I understand that people don't jump over to YouTube. So there's not quite as much conversation as there usually would be. Yes, after the stream you will be able to go watch the VOD. I think it's instant, it's up instantly. And yeah, it's permanent. I always have that VOD, so no worries about like having it removed after a couple weeks and not having a version of it saved. That's a really nice thing about YouTube. This is such good ice cream. Oh my god. Second. it's so quiet, just or it's so awkward, just sitting here eating. Um, Usually, it's just commentary over gameplay, so it's okay if it goes dead for a second. Yeah, see that's the thing. A lot of my audience was always on Twitch. Um, Not that I had like a big audience or anything, um, but even when I had other people coming over from other channels, it was easier just switch over through Twitch, right? You would jump into another stream, or you'd say, "Oh, I'm already on Twitch. I can just jump into someone's stream," and that made it so easy. But now that I'm on YouTube, I have to start over again, start fresh, get a new audience, because most of those people, they're not going to put in the effort to jump over to YouTube. Which, I mean, it sucks that, um, you know, even though I have, friends who promote me on Twitch, over on Twitch, you know, it's not going to end up resulting in many views, so it's something that I live with. Plus, YouTube's a little different with its live streaming. I can't just post like a live link beforehand. Like, you can't just click a link and be brought to the stream before the stream starts. I have to essentially link you to my channel, and then you can click through to the live video once I go live. So that's a little confusing. Other than that, I mean, YouTube's been pretty good. Also, Streamlabs seems to actually work a little bit better with YouTube for certain things. I definitely haven't had nearly as many issues as when I was streaming on Twitch. A lot less technical issues. Major thing has been no major lag spikes. In fact, I want to double check that for my stream right now. Yeah, 0 drop frames. No matter what on Twitch, I would have like thousands of drop frames. So, if you, for notifications, if you subscribe and then hit the bell icon, that will notify you when I go live. I don't actually. Funny thing is, I don't actually see it on my tablet for the bell icon. Oh, there it is. Now it popped up. There we go. So yeah, you can get notifications through YouTube, and they'll go to the YouTube app on your phone, or on you can set it up for your computer as well. So, also, best way to find out when I'm streaming is through Twitter. It's where I post all my streams anyways, so that's the best way to find out when I'm streaming. So that's the notification. I posted 3 tweets before I went live. So that's the best way. YouTube might have something like that. I don't know. That's a little bit more technical than personally I'm willing to go into, because I'm not a web coder. I don't know anything about APIs or anything, so. I'm sure there's stuff like that on for YouTube. It's just I don't know how to do it. Okay. That was so good. That was like the best ice cream I've had for in a while. Okay. Yeah, I mean, YouTube probably has going live events, so you should be able to build a tool for that as well. I don't know if you'd want to do it just for one streamer, especially if you're always on Twitch rather than YouTube. So that's up to you. But I do find that YouTube is pretty consistent with it. No, I want to do that. Like, I actually find that YouTube is a lot more consistent than Twitch has been recently. Twitch used to be really reliable on like live notifications, but recently I've been missing a lot of live notifications. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's been happening just recently. Anyways, I don't want this to be like a oh, everybody should switch over to YouTube stream. But yeah. YouTube just seemed to fit my needs better than Twitch did. Alright. Okay, I got a mess to clean up. I'm not going to do that on stream, so I think I'm going to call it here. I am probably going to do another Cooking with Macey stream, so look out for that. I will announce it on Twitter beforehand, and hopefully we'll get more people, hopefully. Because I really do like doing the cooking streams. It's just a chance for me to talk to everybody and not have to focus on video games. Because it can get kind of tricky focusing on a game and keeping up with chat. But yeah, the main thing is, yeah, we're doing season 2 of Cooking with Macey. Season 2, the cooking. So, yeah. No problem, Solar Storm. Hope you had a great night. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, the VOD is up immediately after this, so you should just be able to jump in and watch the cooking portion. We had a whole camera set up for cooking, so it is quite delicious looking. Alright, have a great night, and